probably Sargent, I think, was the better player, even though he hasn't got the numbers of
Sargent,
Sands.
yeah, both Sands as well, yeah. But shipped too many goals. That's been their problem this season, Norwich.
Held up, looking for options from the throw. Zolafir goes across, he's out muscled, but he gets the benefit of the doubt from Oliver Langford. Someone to have a free kick, which will take quickly. When you're out there, Danny, and you go down to 10 men quite early, how do you conserve the energy as the game
Yeah,
goes
that's the
on?
thing. It's just been
Use the
organised.
ball.
Just have a look at this.
Yeah, Elijah
Counter-attack
Mayenda is
here.
going for this. The keeper comes out. He wasn't that convincing. He does do enough.
Does well in the end, doesn't he? Just gets there.
Max O'Leary.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, say there, you've lost the body technically at the top end of the pitch because obviously you drop one down. So you've gone 4-4. You've gone 4-4-1 really, haven't you? So yeah, you're giving up possession top end of the pitch, but it's still difficult to break down. You've seen it time and time again where a team, if anything, becomes more resolute because you know you're down.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But yeah,
harder to break down 10 men.
And you think, listen, lads, we've got to dig in now. You know, it's gone against us. 5 minutes on the clock, and we're a man down. Let's make it difficult. And then their crowd are going to get restless the longer the game wears on if they don't break us down. As you say, these fans here have been up since probably about 4 o'clock this morning. Long journey down.
A few of them made the journey last night.
Yeah.
Dan Neil stepping out with it. Good burst from him. Held up. Momentarily dispossessed, but sort of retained possession. Mepham. Touch from Patrick Roberts. 9.
It's good possession from Sutton. You see Bristol City just sat off us a little bit, allowing us to rotate the ball around the back. Sutton will be happy with that.
So he just step forward, but Knight able to play the ball forward himself. Now Wells. Tim shot really.
Yeah, well, it opens up, and we're just getting a little bit deep in there. Just keep an eye on it. We've got 4 or 5 shirts in there. We can bump other players on for me. You see in the middle there, we've got 2 or 3 not doing anything, just almost congesting it in our 18-yard box. Somebody's got to release there because we're going to get a little bit deep, and then it's going to open up for them for 5-10 yards to keep pulling the trigger from the edge of the box. And together, just like Naki Wells just pushed Chris Rigg away around the head.
Opposite ends of their careers. Naki Wells and Chris Rigg. Wells is 34 now. That's from Rigg. Big crossfield ball from Luke O'Nien, looking to bring Tommy Watson in. Frustrated, but it looked like
it was like a block tackle. I think it was Bristol City's ball. We'll try and kid the ref there. Pick the ball up quick, yeah. What's wrong with that?
This is Cameron Pring. Drops it off to Zach Viner. Jason Knight. Pring. Challenger from Patrick Roberts. So the player stays down, he's now back on his feet, George Jerthy. Knight. Pring. Jerthy wants it down the line. Chris Rigg comes across. Sunderland play it out. Nutmeg from Chris Rigg. Can't get it clear. And they come forward. Knight. This is Tanner. Joe Williams. Jason Knight. Balls flying in around the championship. Norwich got a goal back. Murphy. Knight tries to keep it alive. Pringle cross it in. The deeper one goes all the way to the edge of the area. Williams. Bristol was showing their extra man there, but Sunderland were also quite resolute in their defence.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Outside the area.
Yeah, trying to get the balance between being compact and sitting deep and frustrating them, but at the same time, you know, as I say there, for Mayenda, go back to the Norwich game where you don't want to see him with his pace 10-15 yards from your own edge of your own box. You want him up on the halfway line.
An opportunity here, perhaps, if he can shape up, but it's kind of
Pring, isn't it? Yeah, on his left foot.
Big 1-9 who goes with him.
Does enough in the end. Yeah, he gets tight. We see as it's fizzed into his feet. They actually had an overload far post. He could have rolled it into him. Tries to get a yard. Yeah.
By the time he shoots, Pring.
Luke just does enough.
Marshall's
give him a yard. You know, there's 2 or 3 of them up there, so they've still got bodies back there. So the numerical advantage isn't so much up in the Sunderland half then. And if we do manage to steal possession, can we get him down the channels, running at those centre backs one-on-one?
Well, Nine's only got Roberts there at the moment. The ball on the pitch here.
Yeah, well, it's coming from Bristol City fans, isn't it? The main stand.
Chris Beckham's gone to the referees, really unhappy about something. I think it was the first throw in he felt it came off a Bristol City player. Restarted here. Sunderland need to switch on. Earthy. Stop by Luke O'Nien. Williams. He leaves it. This is Williams. Rory. So let's sit back into this block. Need to go and meet the ball though. It's a hard ask all afternoon after losing a man so early, but we're going to have to. McCrory. Knight. Now Pring. Back to Knight. It's been held off by Chris Rigg. Dickey. Lots of time for Bristol City here. They're flicking through.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for. The build-up plays either get it out wide and the ball delivered, which Sunderland generally you'd be happy with, I think, from our point of view. You fancy your centre-backs to deal with it coming in, those flat balls, or, you know, competing with Naki Wells in the middle there. So he's not the biggest and most physical of centre forwards, but you've got to be switched on for those little clever ones, those little threaded passes, what they're looking for there, Bristol City. Doesn't quite come off on that occasion.
Mayenda flicks it on. Patrick Roberts gets there. Now Rigg, lovely ball inside. If Lafayette can get there, well, between him and Tommy Watson, none of them do. And that allows Bristol City to come forward. Rigg with the challenge. Hjelde has to get there as well. Now Watson. Dispossessed by Williams.
Give it away.
Mayenda gets it back for Sunderland. He's charging forward with it once again. Eliza Mayenda. Roberts just at the bottom of your picture. Gets on the ball. Get it back. Only momentarily. I think that's going to be a Bristol throw in.
See Sunderland, a couple of counter-attacks, haven't they? Again, maybe
flash,
not making the most of it, but say Mayenda's stealing the ball again, just inside the Bristol City half, driving forward, just waiting for a little bit of support, wasn't he, from Patrick Roberts. And it's difficult for both Roberts and Tommy Watson because they're going to have to work hard helping out both full-backs. They want to be receiving it and driving the other way.
Pring. Nepham on the slide, doesn't take the ball though. Rigg does. Digs one out, looking for Mayenda. It's Williams. George Tanner. Williams. Someone being patient. Spring gets it back. Wells puts it around Mepham, and then a challenge comes in. A few shots of handball as Dan Neal as it clears it towards Eliza Mayenda, gets his body there.
Lucky there, yeah, he done really well, got the jumping, didn't he? But the Bristol City player just takes it off his toe. Viner it was.
They're making this extra play count, Bristol City, but they're just not doing anything with the ball.
No, I was getting to, you know, I'm just thinking with Elijah Mayenda, you see how the three centre, because they've got the three centre backs and they're split really wide, 20-30 yards apart, and then you've got Dickey through the middle. I just say to Mayenda, just come and sit 20 yards where he is now in there off the middle centre back, and if we nick it into his feet, yes, you've got Williams and Knight who are sort of in there now trying to get on possession as they are, looking for those little passes, but on the turnovers into Mayenda, drive forward, yeah, one-on-one with Rob Dickey, the centre back in the middle.
He's looking to take it quickly, he has done as well, and the ball's bobbling through, cleared by O'Nien as we approach the half-hour mark. Knight, Earthy, Williams, this is Viner, Williams gets it back, just trying to unlock that Sunderland back line, and they can't, and Mayenda has it. Well, Bristol City have had all of the ball, Sunderland down to 10 men, but the scoreline is what counts. Bristol City 0, Sunderland 1, thanks to Eliza Mayenda, the goal which started well within his own half. The Sunderland fans behind the goal there really enjoyed it. They enjoyed it back here at the Stadium of Light.
Yeah, just get frustrated now, won't they? The home fans in there, you see it's not quite happening, and Sunderland have been deep, and then you've got to soak it up, man down.
Tactical fingers unsure there from the coaches.
Yeah. But as I say there, when you win it, and I said we've got players who can hurt them, and they know what he's about now, Elijah Mayenda. He's quick, he puts the fear in defenders. You can see Viner, by the time he engages him on the halfway line, he doesn't want to step in and commit. Drops off all the way into his own box, hoping that his midfielders can get back in and help him out, and they can't in time. And he punishes them.